I think it might be Jover. I put in 12 hours today. Primarily, most of my time is spent on the zombies Easter egg, which I think is overtuned, but we're going to go through how bad of an update this was. Obviously, there was a lot of promises in a blog, and the whole thing was about transparency and trust. And then we got some patch notes yesterday that said, hey, we're going to deliver on these things. Here's 61 bugs that are supposed to be fixed, but that didn't end up being the case. If you guys played the game today, you know that about 90% of the problems are either still there or there's new problems that exist. They already ran out of time. I think this was one of those stepping stones. Could they come out next week and make a perfect update? Cool, I hope they do, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think whatever they were planning to do, they didn't do, and that's just, there's no way you can have trust for that. It was already gone, it was diminished, it was paper thin. The straw that broke the camel's back, anyone who had hopes for the game, those are basically gone. I'm normally an optimistic person. I've been a little bit more pessimistic and kind of just letting it ride, and hopefully things will fix out, but this is pretty bad. I basically asked, I was doing the zombies today, missed a lot of Warzone stuff, what's still broken? And we got tabs here. So right here it says buy location change didn't go through. They acknowledged it. It'll probably get fixed. Mountaineer isn't working properly, and this is either when you equip it or with specialist. And if you manage to equip it, you'll get like 3 random perks. Cheaters were in the first game, which obviously we know Ricochet is going to come out at a 2.5 and 3. So this update wasn't supposed to be all that. A lot of people are being shadowed, which that has happened. Again, that's part of the anti-cheat. XM4 is still the meta. I think some people are using the C9 and the Jackal, but it is unacceptable for us to go through an entire season, a few different patches, expectations that this gun's going to get nerfed. I called it yesterday when we did a few hours polls check, talking about some of the changes that are happening and that the XM4 will still be hard meta. I think some of these new weapons, people still got to fill them out, level, all that type of stuff. But regardless, it is inconceivable that the XM4 and the Jackal are still meta. I think C9 is still in there because Jackal did get a slight nerf. And even though I haven't tested them yet, regardless, even the XM4 and the Jackal still being the meta proves kind of that the current guns aren't particularly good, because more than likely what happens when you drop new guns in the battle pass, people will try them out and they'll farm views saying, hey, it's broken, it's overpowered. That's usually if it's semi-good. But that's not really happening. I'm sure there's still those videos out there, but this isn't that case. Also, one of the biggest features of ranked was that if you played on a console, you could actually restrict crossplay. Apparently, if you do this, it's not working properly, and you can still end up in lobbies with PC players on Xbox Game Pass. So multiple domino issues here. So even a basic fundamental issue that they described in the patch as working doesn't work. And it's kind of like I'd have to guess what actually changed, and that's not right. And there's still bugs like this. Here is an insane clip from Benny Central. He rolls up, he drives, and look at what happens when he gets.
Yo, there it is.
Look at it again. Look at it. Check it out. Check it out. Oh, there we go. Ah, nice. This is the game we play, guys. Jam Cow. This is a guy who is a no-kill win grinder who makes plays in the gas, all that type of stuff. Turns out munis still work in the gas. Popped several munis deep into the gas. So whatever algorithm they have doesn't work. I'm not sure about the buy station. I didn't see that part. Maybe they confused it with ammo caches. I don't know. Either way, that was literally in the patch notes. It's right there. Deployable boxes, utility boxes, such as munitions and armor boxes and others, can no longer be placed in the gas. But here we are. Here's a few others. I saw Hector or Repulse tweet out, or at least he showed on his stream. Zip lines are slower after the patch. He's going to get an example. We already talked about Mountaineer. The rejoin feature, not working. Self-revive UI bug still is a problem. Your teammates still can't see you have a self, which is kind of stupid. On the bottom left of your screen, it won't pop up. SR doesn't actually count at the end of the game. SR isn't tracking in rank. That is a huge problem. And if you are Master Prestige, you are still reminded at the end of the match that, hey, by the way, you're Master Prestige. 5 attachment guns still cost 6,000 if you use the blueprint. Whoever previously killed an enemy still gets the kill if you kill in Warzone. Serviceability still bad. This is the one where if you shot somebody, this is more in Resurgence, you can kill someone. If they get shot out of the air by someone random, you still get the kill. And on the other side, if you end up killing them, somebody else killed them before, they're going to get the kill. Horrendous elimination system. And this was right when it came out. Join failed because you are on a different version of the game. No playlist update, wonkiness. Feels like it's the same game. The bunny hop didn't change. Apparently the ADS is a little bit faster. We'll take a little bit more of a deep dive, I'm sure, in the next few days to figure out what actually changed. You can still get stuck on the loadout, messed up perks, which we already talked about, and can't play with people that says you're on the different version. So it's actually insanity where we're at. I think whoever had faith in the game and thought, I mean, holy, this isn't even the video I want to make. I want to be so gassed about this update. And it doesn't even talk about multiplayer, which the challenges to unlock 100% are still bugged. A few different Dark Ops challenges still bugged, so people can't complete those. When it comes to zombies, Easter egg came out okay. Few different bugs along the way. I think they've already hotfixed some of those, which is kind of cool. And then it's super overtuned. If you try to do the Easter egg in quads, odds are you will not complete it. For the most part, you're just not gonna do it. And you're definitely not gonna do it with randoms. It's so bad that I'm pretty sure Mr. Raffle Waffles, which is one of the most notable zombies YouTubers, is having to use other people's gameplay because he just didn't manage to complete it, which is a problem, especially when they're talking about trying to have people complete it. So it's not just Warzone, even though Warzone has the biggest issues, it's every facet of the game. The new perks that they were added and all those things, those are coming in a week for an event. Maybe those weren't done, but usually the event could probably start it on Wednesday and you'd only wait a couple days. So overall, it is terrible. For zombies, I'd wait for a hot fix. Hopefully they could patch that to make it at least obtainable by the slightly above average people. But overall, it's bad. Like the thumbnail says and the title is Jover. Update says 50 days left, which is the end of March, and that's probably when Verdansk is supposed to be dropping. 50 days does not feel like long enough. We already had like 80 days season, and most of, if not almost all of the bugs that are high priority are either still in the game or whatever got fixed, it's split into two. So, not recommending anyone play. Unless you just really love the game and you got nothing else to play. There's a lot of great games out there. Delta Force, if you're interested in that, free-to-play game coming to console. I think in the next month, you have Marvel Rivals, another hot free-to-play game if you're into that Overwatch style gameplay with Marvel heroes. Fortnite still popping, doesn't have this same issue. If you're into a new single player game, I think Ninja Gaiden Black 2 just came out remastered. If you want something different to play, and there's plenty of other free games and Game Passes, Xbox, whatever you need. But COD is probably not it right now. Either way, we'll see you on the next one. We'll probably have a loadout video for anyone who is still playing the game. See you on the next one. Thank you for watching. As always, have a great day.